Ooh.
Back again.
Yep, another Sunday, and we are back.
And we are still surviving this heat.
Yeah, we're getting there. Slowly. We haven't melted yet, but yeah, we're getting there.
Yesterday, I thought I was just going to be a pool of whatever on the floor.
Yeah, it's getting to that point now. I don't mind it being hot, but when it lingers like this, especially when it's quite muggy, you get to a point where it's like it's a bit warm now, isn't it?
Yeah, we are not designed in the UK for this kind of heat. We're just not.
No, I'm surprised we've lasted this long, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not. It's crazy. It really is. You can cope with it in a foreign country, but in the UK, no.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It's strange that you go on holiday for a week or two and it's like this all the time. You don't mind it. I suppose because when you come back, you know it's going to be cold and rainy. I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sort of prepare yourself for it. But when it's hotter here than it is over there, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are hopefully going to get some rain tomorrow, and some on Tuesday. So hopefully it'll help.
Well, we definitely need it. The last couple of days we've obviously been driving around doing stuff, and the girls been in the car and they're like, "Where is all the green grass?"
Yeah,
like all the grass is not green. Nothing's green. It's amazing. I've never seen it like that before. Everything's just brown. Everything.
It really is. We're on whole of Yorkshire's on a hosepipe ban. So
yeah, I think I think it's where we are, Thames Water, and that I think they're going to put one on tomorrow. I'm almost certain of it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. Apart from that, yeah, maybe our houses are not built for heat. Our houses are built in for keeping the heat in, not.
Yeah, they always tell you it's because we used to have really harsh winters.
Yeah.
And so England's really weird in that we get really hot summers and really cold winters.
Yeah.
And so you can't really. I think it's difficult to design a house around that does both.
Yeah.
You either have a house that keeps you really warm or a house that's really cold. There's no in between.
I'm glad we're not in the house we were in previously, because the house we were in previously actually had a metal roof. So,
right.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Wow. Right. Partwork news. There's a few things to mention, and I'll go with the first one, which everybody seems to be on board with it. Which is, we had an announcement. Well, not an announcement, kind of a teaser.
A little video.
Even I know what that is. Yeah,
I think we all know what this is. This is the 89 Batmobile.
Yeah, I'm going to pause that. So yeah, the 89 Batmobile. It's been teased in France. It's been teased on Fan Home UK.
Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere, really. So I wonder when that is due to be released, or we're going to start seeing the website for it. Yeah,
last time, if you remember rightly, last two times they've done a test video or a teaser video like this. Done it for the Lynch King. And within 2 months, it was released. There was no pre-order. It just came out.
Yeah.
So if you go by the same time scale, I would say September, October time.
Possibly.
In October, they've got New York Comic Con. So it's a perfect place for them to showcase it. So I would imagine it's going to be around that time. Once again, the last couple of partworks they've released, it's just gone straight to release. It hasn't. We haven't had a pre-order, so expect the same from this one.
Yeah.
And because this one also as well, just to mention, this one's going to be really popular. So I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up like the Skyline or the Red Bull, in that it sells out rather quickly within the first month or so and doesn't come back for a while.
And the Red Bull is back on D'Agostini's page now if you are wanting to sign up for that. So,
If you miss out getting it, don't worry, it'll probably come back. But I've got a funny feeling this one is going to be one of those ones where it's pulled quite quickly because they've got their quota.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting it, I would say jump in and get it quick.
You thinking of doing it, Kev?
I don't know. I did say that I was going to cut down a little bit on the vehicles, but I have the 66. I have the Tumbler. It perfectly fits between the two of them. So yeah, I probably will. Yeah, I did. We'll talk about builds in a minute, but yeah, probably will.
Yeah, cool. So obviously the Red Bull is now back on D'Agostini's website. You can check that out. One of the things, well, a couple of things that's actually happened to two of my subscriptions is we have not received any Titanics yet. So the next batch of Titanics, I've checked my account, not even been charged for them yet. So we don't know when they're coming. They're probably going to be a week late, because if you charge for it on Monday, it'll then the end of the week. That's when they normally come. So that's running behind. And then Fan Home, it looks like pack 22 of the Enterprise D is also out of stock.
Yep, I've just paid for mine, obviously, like I said, issue 25. So you've stopped and I've started again.
Yeah. It came up on mine that it was processing but not paid, and I'm like, why is it not paid? So I contacted Fan Home, and they told me that magazine 22 is out of stock. So I went on the Fan Home customer support page on Facebook, and they're estimated to get the stock in their warehouse is September. Yeah.
So not too long to wait.
No, but I mean, I'm a bit annoyed because I did start with Fan Home. I'm not continuing mine and started with Eagle Moss.
Like myself,
I started off as a Fan Home customer with that build, and they're out of stock of it. They should know how many customers they've got coming up needing that, really. But yeah, much more I can do on that one.
Yeah. Another thing as well, I've got to say. So, firstly, I've decided to do the Lynch King.
Yeah.
So that should be on the channel when I received the first pack. It's already paid for and stuff. It's processing. It hasn't been shipped out yet, but I've decided. I was on the fence about it, and then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. It looks really cool. I thought, yeah, that would sit well on my shelf. And the other thing was the 66 Batmobile. So a lot of people found that when they went on their portal, there was 7 issues showing instead of the 6. So everyone was like, what's going on here? So everyone was checking the website, nothing on there. So I messaged Fan Home, and they said that this was always the case. The last 4 issues or 5 packs, last 4 or 5 packs, they're going to do 7 issues instead of 6. So we finish it quicker, and they don't have to send out the last pack, which is 4 issues in, which means we plow through it. And so basically that's what's happening with there. So it does mean it's going to be £12-13 more expensive the last couple of packs, but we do finish it early, and that's what's happened. It didn't originally say it in the terms and conditions or the frequently asked questions, but it does now, but it didn't before. So there was a bit of confusion, but it's all good now. So yeah.
I will probably be slightly not amused by that, because if you're on a budget and they decide to take extra because they're adding another issue in there but wasn't notified, then I would be a little bit miffed in case I was on a quite tight budget.
Yeah, people were notified. They did get a message. I did get an email about it, but it was after it appeared on the portal. And I think a lot of people got a bit worried and was worrying why it had 7 instead of 6, but always explained. But yeah, I suppose if you're on a budget and they say you're going to get 6 until the end of the build, and the last pack contains 4, and then they change that, I suppose I can sort of see where they're coming from on that perspective. Some people might just swallow that bit, and then we are finishing it quicker. So there are ups and downs when it comes to that, but yeah.
I would say sort out when you start to build. So, like you get issue 1 and 2.
Yeah.
In your next package, you might get 3 stages. And then the next package, 3 stages. Then the next packet, you go up to the 6 stages. Sort it out right at the beginning. Give us the correct amount of stages we need. We'd be happy.
Yeah.
We'd be happy. Just don't do that really slow start to a build. The last thing, if you're getting a new build, the last thing you want is to have very low issues, if you know what I mean, in stages.
Yeah. I personally think they should up the amount that you get at the start. So your first pack contains 3 issues, say. And then they should then start from issue 2. You should then start getting 6 straight away. Because then, 1, that would mean the build finishes quicker. And 2, I think you can work it out quicker as well.
Yeah.
Because then you're starting straight away. It's not like a staggered start. I understand why they do the staggered start, but from my point of view, I think they should give you either 3 or 4 in the first pack, and then 6 going forward.
Yeah.
From
so
pack.
I say, stop giving us the delayed start, sort it out at the beginning, and then, we know, because having the slow starts can be really frustrating. I tend to collect until I can get I'm up to what I should be getting before I even start to build because of that.
Yeah.
I did with the Darth Vader. I waited until I was getting the 6 issues a month, then I started building it because, like I said, you're excited. You want to do more. You want to get as build as much as you can. It's a new build, so stop giving us the staggered starts. Give us what we should be getting. Everybody's happy. I think the panel agrees with that as well.
Yeah.
So that would be me. But
yeah.
I know they have rules, but I can understand maybe the first pack having only 2 in it because you normally get that for about $3.95.
Yeah, normally the first pack is to entice you in. So you normally get it for £2 or £3.
Yeah.
Personally, I think they should charge you £10 and you should get like the first 4 issues. Because normally what happens is the first 4 issues come in big plastic things with cardboard backing. And then after issue 4, issue 5 is normally in a bag. Isn't it? Or a little packet on its own or something like that. And I think they should do that from pack 2 and give us 6 from pack 2 and do the first 4 in the first pack. Charge us a tenner, whatever, 15, 20 quid, whatever. That's still cheap, really. 20 quid for 4 issues. I think that's, it's not too bad. So I understand why they do it the way they do it. But I think with the 66 Batmobile, they've done it so they don't have to send the last 4 out. And like you said, the solution would be then to just add 2 extra or 4 extra issues in the previous 2 packs, because I think we had 2 in the first pack, and then pack 2 and 3, I think we had 3. So it's like odd numbers already. So I can understand.
Or do a survey. And ask
start.
People, what people want. Put a survey out there and say, look, obviously it's not gone down well. It was having an extra because we don't want to send 4 out at the end. Do you want us to send out more at the beginning? I bet you 99.9% of people would say, yes, we want more at the beginning and not these slow starts. So,
it's probably a thing, like I said, it's probably, like I said, there's a reason why they probably do it, mainly probably because of stock. Getting stock in and stuff like that, but yeah, it's an idea.
Okay, let's go through some chat, see what everybody's saying. Rant over as always, but it's definitely sort it out at the start. Right, so first in was D yesterday at 4:58 p.m. and the usual, a very good evening, Mark and Kev, and all in chat. So evening, D.
Hi, D.
And then today, and an early good evening, Kev and Mark. So evening again, D.
Hi, D.
I think there was a comment from Kevin and Mary, but it's just not shown up on here at all. So Steve131 says evening all. Evening, Steve. Welcome.
Steve, welcome.
Dave Mark Bill says, evening, Mark and Kev. It's that time again. Have a great stream. Thank you, Dave Mark.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
It comes around very quickly. But it ends the weekend quite nice, I think.
Yeah.
It really does make the end of the weekend nice. We've got David Phillips who says, evening all. Good evening, David. Welcome.
Hi, David. Welcome.
We've got Ian's World of Models. It says, good evening, Mark and Kevin, all in chat. Good evening, Ian. Welcome.
Ian.
And we've got Philip Wheatley who says, evening all. Good evening, Philip. Welcome.
Hi, Philip.
D says, not that warm. D, it is warm. It's warm.
It's a lot cooler today than it was yesterday and Friday, but it's still warm.
Okay, my problem is, it's ever since I was a child, I suffer from severe heat stroke.
Yeah.
So if I'm outside in it too much, I will get severe heat stroke, which means I pass out.
Yeah.
And I go into a stage where I don't even know what I'm doing. I find somewhere cold and I'll just pass out completely. When we used to go abroad on holidays when I was a kid, it's normally around about the start of the holiday, and they'd be like, don't you go into the room and fall asleep. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just going to go get something.
Yeah.
2 hours later, they've had to get a spare key from reception because I've got into the room, found somewhere cool, lied down and gone to sleep with the key.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can't go long out in it because, I get heat stroke and I'll just collapse somewhere. We've got David Bassett in who says, evening, Mark and Kev. Hope none of your models have melted in the heat. No.
Not yet. No, they're pretty all right at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, how's the alien? Because that's like made of.
The alien's doing quite well. It's just like I said, it's just muggy. Most stuff's holding up, but yeah, I think if it carries on any longer, we might have problems.
Yeah, as well. The ET build, that's supposed to be the same material as well, so that might be a.
Yeah.
Weapons. We've got Andy Carroll says, good evening, Mark and Kev. Hope you guys had a great week. Hello to all in chat. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to both Mark's page and Kev's page. Happy days. P.S. Mark, I'm up to date now. With the Vader replacement parts, etc. So evening, Andy. That's great news.
Yeah.
Ian's World of Models says, finally treated myself to a portable aircon unit. Yeah,
lovely. We've got an aircon in the front room, which is nice, but it does eat the energy.
They're not cheap as well.
No, they're not cheap. It was quite expensive, but it's sort of, I think it's paid for itself because it's quite nice and cold. So
yeah,
not too bad.
You see, we don't own a car, so I can't exactly go sit in a car with aircon on.
Yeah, it does. It is nice when it's on.
Yeah. We've got Amber Emin who says, hi everyone, hope you're all having a good weekend. Yeah.
Hi Amber. Yeah,
just melting.
Just hot. Yeah.
You see, I'm north. We're not used to weather like this.
No, down the south here, we always get it.
We're not used to weather like this, and that's probably why we're running out of water, because we're just not used to this at all.
Yeah.
It will start. I mean, they said if it gets any worse, then we could be on standpipes.
Oh yeah, back to 1976 when last big heat wave, and they were always these standpipes. Yeah, could be.
We could move on to standpipe. Luckily,
we live up in the street.
We live on a junction, so we have a standpipe right outside our house. So
brilliant.
There we go. I'll be happy. David Bassett says, "Oh dear, another Batmobile. Sorry, not for me. LOL."
Yes, I can't really see if there's any. There is other Batmobiles, but I don't know any of the iconic. Like if they will do the other ones, they may do. A bit like the Fast and Furious cars. I think they're just going to go through them.
Yeah, maybe you might be spending 20 issues and doing shielding, and just a cover that goes over it.
Well, this. I think it's more based. There's a lot more stuff on it or in it, but I think it's longer than the 66, and it is a lot of panels. There's a lot of panels on it, and it does. I'm wondering if it will have the mechanism for the canopy, because the canopy slides forward, and I'm like, I hope it's nothing like we've had with the Tumbler.
Oh God, don't say canopies and Batmobiles. That's not.
But
good.
it does. I would imagine that it will have the sliding canopy. But yeah, I think it's on design. I think it's about as basic as the 66 Batmobile. It's quite simplified.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how many issues that is and what it actually does.
We've got James Alexander in who says, "Evening all." Good evening, James. Welcome.
Hi, James. Welcome.
Got Will's Workshop says, "Good evening all. Late on today as I was watching the reprise of Queen at Live Aid 40 years ago today to the minute." Yeah.
Yeah, Live Aid.
Yeah, I remember it. Well, what was I, 5 when that was on? So yeah.
Yeah, I was young as well, so I didn't really remember. Oh, well, it's quite iconic because they always sort of every year. It's because of Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
He done that iconic thing, didn't he, when he got all the crowd in?
Yeah. Did you know Bob Geldof didn't want Queen there?
Yes. Yeah, there's been so many documentaries over the years about it and how it all came about and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will's Workshop says 66 was not always the case. It's been removed from the site, but it originally said the last pack would be something like 4 issues.
It did, yeah. Apparently, it's all been changed now. But everyone, what happened was it showed 7. So everyone went onto the site and checked, and there was like, hang on, it says 4 for the last pack, and we get 6 every other pack. But it has been updated apparently, and it does now say you get 7 in. So I think it's from 18 pack 18 or something. You get 7 from. But it didn't originally say that. But apparently, it was the case. This was the case the whole time.
Can I just say something? Communication. Send an email or at least put it on the Facebook page, the customer support page.
They, to their credit, they did send out an email and they did post it on their customer service page, but it was after it appeared on the portal and everyone got a bit sort of surprised by it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
D says, try this lot over here as the song goes. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
We've got John Builds Iconic Military Models in who says, good evening. Good evening, John.
Hi, John. How's the workshop coming?
I enjoyed his video earlier. It's gone out for members only, first of all, but he's started his constitution.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant, but I just love the bit where he turned around and says, I'm not following the instructions on building mine.
I'm doing my own, yeah. Sometimes it works like that. I've had people in the comments where I haven't followed the instructions and they said that you didn't follow the instructions, you've not done it right, you've completely messed it up. I was like, I didn't respond back, but I'm like, I've done this enough times to know that sometimes the instructions don't always get it right.
Well, if you look at DS Models and how many route masters he's done, he doesn't follow the instructions.
There's a few builds where the instructions aren't clear.
Yeah.
So yeah, some sort of independent thinking is normally the case.
Sometimes needed.
Yeah.
We've got Sprue and Gluing who says, hi, Matt, stroke Nexus and chat. So good evening, Sprue. Welcome.
Hi, Sprue.
Am I now having to... Right, okay, so I'm now having to see what they are saying because I've marked everyone. Right, so next is Will's Workshop who says, I bet Fan Home will save a bundle in postage, not send in the last pack. I'm happy that it's 4 packs, not 5. But as you say, budget can be an issue for some. Better notification would have been good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
So I think it could have been a lot better,
Yeah, I understand why they've done it because, like you're saying, saving money on postage, it means we finish it quicker. It means there isn't 4 issues at the end. But yeah, I think they should do that with a lot of the builds, really, because some of the end ones they don't. Yeah, it's a bit bizarre. Yeah, you either keep it 4 or you keep it 6. It's sort of weird.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It is. Sort it out at the beginning. Just give us more.
Yeah, a little bit. Mate, a lot of these decisions though come from higher up. Beyond people's pay grades. It's a lot of decisions in most companies come from people that you never see or hear.
Yeah.
You're normally just told to do it. So I would imagine this is something that they've decided higher up. And they've just had to do it, and that's it, sort of thing.
Yeah. We've got Kevin and Mary in. Say, evening, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying the warm weather. Hi, Kevin and Mary. Welcome.
Hi, Kevin and Mary. Welcome. Yes. Just about.
Yeah, just about. Will's Workshop says, just popping over for the like. Make sure you all hit those thumbs up.
Cheers, Will.
And then Will says, maybe the Batmobile from the animated series. Think that would be good.
That's very similar to the 89.
Yeah.
It's got a very similar sort of streak look to it. It's a very long-bodied one. They could do, but I think they'll mainly stick with the film ones.
Yeah.
Because you had Clooney, Kilmer, they all had their own versions of the Batmobile, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, it did change, didn't it?
It did change. I think Clooney had like a see-through one. I said before that it wasn't. A lot of people didn't like it because of bat nips, but the car was pretty decent. It sort of glowed inside, if you remember right. It had like a glowing feature, and I think Kilmer had a different one as well.
Yeah,
and then you've also had Robert Pattinson as well, which actually would work really well because I think his one's based off a Mustang or a Camaro. It's one or two. I can't remember.
I'll do the Bat Flyer.
Oh, the Bat Glider, yeah. The Batwing.
That'd be interesting in the build.
Yeah.
We've got Spider Sprue here who says, hi, Mark. Hi, Spider Sprue. Welcome.
Spider Sprue.
Andy says, Mark, that's why it's Greenwich North, LOL. It's a bit south from Mark, but north from Kev. I old enough to remember summer of 76. I got one, but boy, we paid for it that winter. Yeah. So yeah, we used to in scouting. We used to have a camp called It's Grim Up North. So yeah. Spider Sprue says, "Hop, hi Kev."
Hi Spider Sprue.
Will's Workshop says, "I was 9 months when Live Aid was on."
Wow.
Don't think you'll be able to remember. Actually, I can remember. I think my earliest memory goes back to being about 3 months old. It's
one of those things that was. It's really different because everything's changed now. But I think it was one of those things where everybody watched it at home. And I think it got something like 20 odd million views. It was one of those bizarre things where it's got so many viewers.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if they did it, most of us would be watching on our phones, wouldn't we? So.
Precisely. David Bassett said, would love to see a big scale version, 1/4 scale, of Little Nelly 007's best gadget.
Yeah.
Still no news from Agora on the Bond cars, though.
No, they've gone very quiet.
Haven't
they? They've announced some stuff. I know Wayne on his live stream, he mentioned he's seen the Orca. So it'd be interesting if we can get a view of that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
We've got Steve Edmonds in who says, hello all. Hello, Steve. Welcome.
Hi, Steve. Welcome.
And then he says, it sounds like they are losing money on the shipping, so they arrange fewer packages.
Yeah, they would save money on doing it the way they're doing it, but why didn't they do that with some of the other ones? I can see it. I mean, it's not happening at the moment, but I could probably see it. It's something that they would do later on if it works out okay this time.
Yeah, but like I said, communication. Some people might be happy to get the 7, but if you're on a budget, and you're not budgeted for it, that can be a bit of a blow, I suppose. D says, can remember watching Live Aid following Phil Collins' travels after UK concert, got on Concorde to attend the USA concert. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish they'd bring that aircraft back, Concorde.
Do you know, it was, well, there was a reasons why it retired, mainly because of cost. But I'm surprised no one has built anything similar. I'm surprised no other company, Boeing or even, Elon hasn't gone, I'll make a supersonic jet, because they're missing a beat there. Or even Emirates, because they're sort of like the leaders and stuff. So I'm really surprised that they haven't gone, we're going to bring back Concorde or do another design.
Yeah, but the thing with Concorde was it was more, you really had money to be on it, to fly on it, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
well, it was very, very expensive to operate Concorde, and then it was very limited, wasn't it? So when it first happened, it could go supersonic from the UK, but then they changed it because people were complaining. So the only way it could go supersonic was over the Atlantic. So that reduced it as well. But I think it was just the cost, because it was just astronomical compared to like normal Boeings and that.
There was a few things after the crash. It's one and only ever crash. That wasn't its fault. They had a load of safety things they had to put into it, which was costly. And then the attacks happened in America, and that kind of sealed its fate. People weren't traveling over the Atlantic as often as they would have done, and that more or less Concorde's downfall.
Yeah, and I think it was an aging aircraft as well, so spare parts weren't available, and it was just the cost, I think, overall. But I'm still surprised no one's come along and gone and redone the design or come up with another supersonic jet.
Yeah. Spice Bruce says, at least I can finish the gauntlet. Last pack coming soon. Waiting almost a year for this. Yeah, that's another one.
Hopefully that gauntlet. I'm pretty sure that's the sort of build where it's giving you headaches, but I guarantee Fanhome probably are very happy that it's going to end.
I don't think we'll see that again.
It'd be interesting if it does come back.
I think it's given Fanhome too much of a headache, and
I think Fanhome will sigh of relief, I think, when that is finished for people.
Yeah, that has been a complete and utter mess up. That's
I mean, it's not it's partly down to the manufacturer as well, because of parts and stuff, because parts weren't done or they skipped an issue, so and then they have to wait for them to get done. It's been a bit of a nightmare, that one.
Yeah, but hopefully people can finish, and I just can't see that coming back. I can
it'll be interesting. I think also as well, I think with the experience people have had, it might put people off in the future, so it might be one that they go it's not worth doing, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. I mean, they did that. We've still never seen the Optimus Prime make a return.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that hasn't come back. I don't know whether it just didn't do very well, or it might. We've done this before where we've gone, oh, it's not going to come back, and then it comes back on Monday.
Yeah,
and we're like, oh, okay.
Okay, thank you for that, Van.
So it might do. It might come back. So yeah, never say never.
D. Harris says, yes, read the instructions, but if you can find an easier or quicker way, do it your way. Yeah. Sometimes I go off piece with instructions because I think that can be done a little bit easier.
Yeah, well, when I done the wires for the Dalek, I saw a few people struggle with them, Wayne and a few other people that were building it, and I thought, well, hang on, now I've seen them build it, there's an easier way of doing it. So I put all the pipes in before sticking the backpack section, because lots of people were having struggles putting those in and then plugging them in the bottom. So I thought I'd do it off before attaching it. It made it so much easier.
Yeah.
So with me, so always watch people do it, and then you can always find out easier ways. Like, oh, there's actually an easier way of doing that.
I had that pleasure with the DeLorean. So
Yes.
I did mine away after when it finished. So I was able to do that. And it's a bit like that with the Darth Vader as well, because I'm 2 packs behind. I'm able to see what people are doing beforehand.
Yeah, it's a bit like with the tumbler. So I did it, found the problem, and then everyone come up with a solution afterwards. So it was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've helped.
Spider Spruce says, I was 12 when Live Aid was on. Wow.
Yeah.
John Bill's Iconic Military Model said, I would the Magnum PI's famous red Ferrari 308 GTS.
Yeah. But was that just a standard Ferrari?
I'm not sure.
I think it was a special one, was it? Magnum PI was just the PI, weren't he?
I don't think I've ever seen Magnum PI, so I don't.
I've seen a few of them, and they did like a parody on Family Guy, which was quite funny.
Right. I've never seen them, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Ian's Weldon Model says Agora are relaunching the Sterling Moss Mercedes race car.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah, they have been. I've been getting a few emails about that. So yeah, they are trying to relaunch that. Same as they tried to do with the Terminator. As
yeah,
well.
they recently relaunched that, didn't they? Not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Edmonds says, "What do people think about a Concorde part work?" I'd go for it.
Yeah, good. They don't do That's like we've been talking about part works. They don't do trains, and they don't do sort of commercial planes either.
No.
They did the Douglas. That was an old part work they did years ago.
The DC3, yes.
The DC3, yeah, and they did the. And obviously they've done the German train, and they have done the Mallard and the Scotsman. Once again, very, very old, but we haven't had a modern like a 747, something sort of iconic.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a possibility for it because obviously we've got the Apache, which is Boeing.
Yeah.
So possible.
We get lots of cars. We've got trucks in the past. We just don't seem to get like normal passenger planes or trains. I would imagine it probably comes down to the levy that they have and the company. So do you go with BA or do you go with British Air? American Airline, or you know what I mean? It's sort of like, there's too many to sort of decide what levy to go with.
Yeah. Kevin and Mary say, I saw the other day Concorde coming back next year. I did see something about that on Facebook, but I thought there's no way that's an old aircraft. I
would imagine that will probably be a bit like the Vulcan. So they'll probably roll it out. It'll probably go into Previsation. I can't say it. Previsation, is it? Previsation, that's it, yeah. I would imagine it'll go into something like that, and then they'll fly at air shows and stuff like that, a bit like the Vulcan they did when they did that.
Yeah.
I would imagine it wouldn't go back into passenger service.
I don't think the amount of time it's now being grounded.
Well, they've all been sold.
Yeah.
Not one of them is. They're all owned privately, I think, or in museums.
Well, BA has one because they have one at Heathrow. Right.
Yeah.
So there's one at Manchester Airport as well. So they are them around, but to bring them back into service, that's going to be a lot of work to make sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's unless they're going to start building new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see that myself, but yeah, demand. I don't know if it's there.
Yeah. Spider Spruce says, it is strange. I don't have problems with Hachette Germany. They say first pack 3 issues, then you get 4 issues. Also, I haven't had out of stock for parts from Hachette. No, they're normally pretty good.
Yeah.
It's these other slow moving ones that, yeah.
When they've ever done, when Hachette have got a formula that works and they've never untouched it. They have in the past, they've done full builds, and then they've done sort of with the Tumbler where they've done 6 issues, but they've reverted back to doing the 4 now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because they know that works for them. So, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I say Harshett have done before is they've staggered the starts. So instead of getting it every week, you'd get it every 2 weeks. So that happened with the Titanic, and it also happened with the Doll's House.
Yes, it did, yeah.
That was the only time I've seen them sort of not go
Staggered
full.
up. Yeah.
But that was after COVID, so could that have been why?
It might have been a factor.
Yeah. James Alexander says Supersonic is not very fuel efficient, plus the restrictions over land due to Sonic Boom.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it's just
They had to reach a certain height and place before they could go supersonic.
Yeah, well, years ago they used to be able to, and then they had lots of problems because it was booming. It's the same. It's the same reason why they had problems with Channel Tunnel as well. So when Channel Tunnel first started, when the trains, the Eurostar went through, when it came out the other end, there was obviously a shock wave. Yeah, and it used to boom, and they had to design it and put tunnels and vents and stuff in it. So the shockwave dissipated before it come out.
Yeah.
So all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Julian Stevens said had issues 47 to 50 of the 66 Batmobile and a letter saying 7 issues will be sent. Right.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. And then he says, not Batmobile, RoboCop 7 issues.
Well, we only get 4 issues of RoboCop.
Right.
Unless that's changed. But the last pack I did, I only got 4. And I'm on issue 86, 87, around that sort of stage. In the 80s. I think they get more issues elsewhere. Because that's another thing that Fan Home do, didn't they? The issues are different in other places.
Yes.
So it's very confusing.
Yeah. D says they have created a new supersonic jet named Boom. Doesn't seat that many. Was announced via Big Jet last year. All right. Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. It was. I think I did see something about it. It was a private, like a business sort of style jet.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think commercial flight for supersonic is limited. Like I said, there was a load of problems with it. Like you say, money was mainly. They also had to make sure that the fuselage it couldn't be any bigger than what it was because of the restrictions around it when it goes supersonic. So,
and it had to have the delta wing design as well, which at slow speed would cost quite a lot of money to keep it
airborne.
So they used more fuel when going up and down than it did actually in supersonic flight.
Yeah, right.
Because of the delta wing design.
Yeah, and it takes more. I think it takes more fuel as well than a normal commercial flight in the same direction. So
yeah. Will's Workshop says my Mallard is close to finishing. 4 issues left.
Wow, nearly there.
Yeah, definitely. Dave McBill says they should bring out a NASA 747 with the space shuttle on it. That would be some kit to do as a part work. Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Matthew Gibbons says, speaking of trains, have we given up on the Hogwarts Express? I have.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I have. No, I can't see that ever happening now.
If that comes out, it will be a miracle.
Yeah.
And Fan Home, if you're watching, get on it because Harshett dropped the ball on that, and you've got a money spinner there, literally a money spinner.
It's going to be very, very, very interesting. But
unless they're going to wait because they're working on a TV show, and there is a new Hogwarts Express in that, which is different than the film one because it was announced not long ago. So could we get that version?
Or are they going to do something similar but not associated, a bit like the Ford Falcon?
Yeah.
But I've given up on that. I don't. The Hogwarts Express was about 5 years ago now. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I would say it was about 5 years ago. It was a very long time ago now. If it was going to come out, it would have done already. I'm surprised it hadn't, but yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, but nah, I can never see that coming out.
It was a great concept because you not only built the engine, you built the carriage as well. And it had scenes all in it in the carriage. It was a great idea, but just didn't go anywhere. Yeah. I think there was a lot of factors involved. Stuff that happened with J.K. Rowling around that time and the cast. And then there was COVID as well. And I think it just kiboshed the whole thing.
Yeah. I've been super chatted.
John lovely.
Says, thank you for your support over the years, Mark. I know it can't be easy being subscribed to me. It's a pleasure being subscribed to John.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Honestly, I really enjoyed his video earlier he put out for members because it was just back to seeing John doing what John does best. And
yeah.
So thank you, John. D. Harris says, what goes around comes around. We ain't going anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Ian Campbell in who says, evening all, have I missed much? Rants.
Hi, Ian. Just a bit.
Yeah, rants and all sorts, you know.
The usual.
Usual Sunday night, what we're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Just reading. So, Will's Workshop says, on Tuesday's live stream, I may start doing a small part of the Agora diorama build. Wow.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That sounds interesting. Philip says, yes, sir. Got my tumbler canopy working today, so all good.
Brilliant. Yeah, loads of people have been able to get them, but yeah, loads of people haven't. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And then he says, have you started yours yet?
Oh, have you seen the video? It's it's already out. I haven't touched it since. So it's upstairs on the landing. And I haven't touched it since the video, since it come out.
We've said this before. We don't really play with them after we built them.
No, it's just it's on display. It looks really good as a display piece, and I'm quite happy with what it is. I know the canopy didn't work, and that was a bit of a letdown, but I'm still happy with the finished thing. So yeah,
it's a shame, but. I don't know, that the build of that has just not been. Yeah, it's been pulling teeth, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been on places, yes.
You know, very do one side and immediately do the other side, and crazy. And it was like that at the end as well with the tires.
Yes, yeah.
But I mean, one build that I'm not doing that I think is quite good value for money for what I've seen is the Dalek. Yeah.
It's at the moment for the price, it's turning out to be a brilliant build.
So you get quite a substantial box every week.
Yeah, it's quite a lot to do. It's quite a bit. The bits are quite big. There are. I'm almost certain it's going to be little parts because we're going to be using cogs and wheels and all that sort of stuff to power it. But at the moment, everything's been fairly big on it. I've been quite surprised.
And I've seen a lot of people have modified their mutant, if that's what you call it.
Yeah, the actual Dalek inside the mutant. Lots of people have painted it. Lots of people have done the interior, all their own designs. I think they look really good, really good. Yeah, they've gone all out. It looks really good.
Yeah, but I'd just say they're out there at the moment. I think that is extremely good value for money for what you're getting.
Yeah.
But hopefully it stays that way and it doesn't go.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that we'll get issues a bit like the Tumbler, where we'll get a lead or a cog or something like that. But at the moment, yes, it's kind of chunky. It's quite good value.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how that goes. Yeah. I still want to know how you're going to be able to plug something into the circuit board in the head that you're covered with a massive plate. Yeah,
I think we'll have to take that plate out again to put the wire in. But I don't know why they've done it that way. But sometimes there is method in the madness. I've said this before. Yeah. We've looked at builds before and we've gone, why have you done that? And then later on you go, that's why they've done that.
Yeah.
So sort of method in it.
Well, the good news is I'm caught up on chat.
Oh,
so Kev, what have you got coming up next week?
Right, so there's going to be no video whatsoever tomorrow. Tuesday there might be, there might not be. Kirsty goes in for her surgery tomorrow, so I'm going to be at the hospital all day with her. It's day surgery, so hoping she'd be home the same day. And then Tuesday should be recovering and that, so I'm hopefully we'll get some build done. But Wednesday onwards, we should be back to normal on builds on the channel. But no, there won't be any builds tomorrow or Tuesday. Might be. We don't know yet. Just keep an eye on the channel. There will be content on the channel. Also, it's worth talking about, Mark, that we're not going to be here for the next 2 weeks.
No.
So the next 2 live streams, next 2 Sundays, there will not be a live stream. Mark, you've got a birthday.
Yeah,
your son's birthday next Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing something that next Sunday, and then the following Sunday's the 27th. That's my birthday, and I'm going out, so I won't be here. Yeah. And then we're back to normal in August. The first Sunday in August, we'll be back to normal.
Excellent. Just catch this chat. Dean says, you live tomorrow night, Kev? I don't think you will be with Kirsty.
No, I'll be no stream whatsoever tomorrow.
No. And then Ian Campbell says, shameful plug for all your power mod needs. Visit upgrades.com. It's not a shameful plug.
No. No, Ian's brought a Partwork Power Mod Ultimate, and it'll work with all your builds all the way up, even if you're half building it.
Yeah. Will's says, and what are we meant to be do between 7 and 8 on Sunday? LOL. If it's weather like this,
I was going to say enjoy the weather while it lasts, because I'm pretty sure when this finishes, it's going to finish with a bang.
Have a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian agrees. He says, drink, Will.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Perfect excuse.
Ian's World of Model says, great stream, guys. See you next month. Thank you, Ian.
Cheers, Ian.
D. Harris says, and the customary good night, Mark and Kev. Until next time, no stream for 2 weeks. My Sundays are ruined. LOL. We'll be back.
We'll be back. Don't you worry.
Steve131 has got some cocktail glasses out.
Hey.
Kevin Mary says, oh no, what are we going to do on Sunday? Have a drink. Yeah.
Yep. Have a drink with us.
David Bossy says, great stream, guys. Night to you both and all in chat. Have a great break, guys, and birthday wishes to your son, Mark, and to you, Kev, for the 27th.
Cheers, Dave.
Philip Wheatley says, night, guys. Dave McBill says, excellent stream again, guys. See you next time. Andy Carroll says, well, hope all goes well with Kirsty or Kev. See you all in 2 weeks' time. Stay safe, all. Steve131 says, night, all.
Night.
Will's Workshop says, good night, all. John's Builds Out Muller says, night, all.
Night, John.
Says, night, all. Have a great break, both. And Ian Campbell says, 7 to 8, visit Partworks. Yeah. For me, there is no Titanic tomorrow because we haven't got our next issues yet. So our normal videos will resume via Tuesday. So
you've got no video either tomorrow.
I've got no video tomorrow either.
Oh.
So, yeah, no, I can do really. But
it's one of those Mondays, everything's come at once.
Yeah. So just leaves me to say thank you everybody for coming along. Thank you for your chat. We'll see you all in 2 weeks' time. And I've been Mark.
I've been Kev.
We'll catch you all next week, guys. Bye.
See you next.
Bye.